The Basilica di San Marco is a huge requirement to fulfill when going to Veneto, more specifically Venice. Basilicas are basically ancient city halls that have been turned into a church by the Pope, usually for a specific reason. In the 9th century, this basilica was built and it housed extremely sacred relics, including St. Mark's body. These relics were later stolen, including the body using layers of pork to sneak it past Muslim guards. Regardless of these facts, it must be visited for its large quantity of mosaics made of mostly gold, which can cover about 1.5 football fields. If you do go here, it is recommended that you come various times a day to see how the light and time of day affect the colors of the mosaics and change the scenes depicted.
We're starting in Venezia, the most popular city in Veneto. This is Piazza San Marco, or St. Mark's Square. It is the only square in Venice called a piazza, the rest are campi. It is the social, political, and religious center of Venice. The most recognizable landmark of this place is the bell tower. Last month, the annual floods of Venice occurred and several mosaics were ruined at the site.
Also known as the Bridge of Sighs, the Ponte dei Sospiri is a historical bridge that connects the Doge's palace to the dungeons. Its locale is Venice and should definitely be visited on a trip in Veneto because the experience of being on a place that was known to be extremely emotional and historical is a personally religious and unforgettable experience. Prisoners of the Doge would cross this bridge inside because it was their last time outside before they were either executed or imprisoned forever. On a happier note, many tourists go on gondola rides around Venice and go under the bridge. It's a tradition that lovers must kiss on a gondola under the bridge.
This is Palazzo Ducale, or Doge's Palace. Here you can see Venezia's symbol, the winged lion. This was the residence of the Doge, who was basically the Duke of the Republic of Venice. The palace is very big and popular and is now a museum. One part of it is the Scala dei Giganti, which were stairs that led up to the Doge's private headquarters. There's a statue of Mars and Neptune on either side of the stairs. Another famous part is the Chamber of the Great Council, where the ceilings were filled with beautiful art, as shown here.
This is the Palazzo Giusti and its famous garden. It is necessary to visit this magnificent palace along with its famous garden on the campus. When people think of Italian gardens, this palace's garden is a prime example. The main focus of this site that I personally recommend is a garden. Yeah, there may be many palaces in Italy, but others don't have a splendid garden like this one. They have a gorgeous hedge maze, which truly is not common. It would be perfect for tourist pictures because of the impressive plantation that was even written about in the Verona State Archives. This garden has been maintained extremely well and has a hedge maze, which is not very common and makes the location unique. The location also has a grotto on the hillside where you can walk up a tower to get a breathtaking view of the town of Verona.
This is the Scrovegni Chapel, which is located in Padova. It is one of the masterpieces of Western art. On the inside, the walls are blue and are covered with beautiful paintings by the Italian painter Giotto. On the wall opposite of the altar, the Universal Judgment is painted, which shows the Christian belief of human salvation. It is slowly being restored, but it is a nice place to see the Italian paintings.
In Lake Garda's vicinity, there are a range of gorgeous mountains in the Italian Alps between Trento and Verona called Monte Baldo. The most special thing about this certain location of mountains is the fact that you can actually travel above it. Yeah, you heard it right. It is actually possible to travel over the mountains on a cable car that can carry up to 80 passengers. This fascinating cable car is known to also spin 360 degrees very slowly so that it isn't like a roller coaster. Even though the high view may seem like it, its height reaches up to 5,840 feet.
This is the Orto Botanico di Padova, which is the world's oldest botanical garden, started in 1545. It started in the Venetian Republic as medicinal herbs. The oldest plant is the Goethe palm, planted in 1585. In the garden, there is a circular central plot symbolizing the world, and it is surrounded by water, symbolizing the ocean. It now serves as a scientific research center for the University di Padova. As you can see, the garden is beautiful.
The Prato del Valle is a remarkable landmark that also means Meadow of the Valley. Its expansive grassy area is confined by a surrounding mini moat with 78 statues of marble that were gradually created over a 100-year period. The statues represent a number of famous Renaissance and Italian people such as Galileo Galilei and Francesco Petrarca. The breathtaking island-like park is filled with a bustling market on weekends. However, you can find a great peace and admire nature in this relaxing location. You must go to Prato della Valle when in Padua, especially when seeking a peaceful and serenity-filled day as opposed to other crowded tourist areas.
Next is La Piazza delle Erbe, or the Square of Herbs, located in Verona. It is a beautiful square with lots of monuments. The whole western side is decorated with statues of Greek gods. The most ancient monument is a fountain with the statue Madonna Verona, which dates back to 300 AD. Now this square is used as a market, so you can shop when you go there and enjoy the beautiful statues.
This is the Grand Basilica di San Antonio located in Padua. The interior consists of magnificent artworks by famous Renaissance artists like Donatello. You should definitely be sure to visit this place in Padua because they house amazing works of art such as the several images of the Madonna as well as 6 statues of saints by Donatello. In addition to this, the final stage of its creation was a mosaic representing the Holy Spirit with rays of golden light that descends in front of an intense blue sky.
This is the Piazza dei Signori, which is a city square in Verona. There is a large statue of Dante in the middle of the square, which gives it the name Piazza Dante. Several buildings surround the piazza, including Loggia del Concilio, which has beautiful architecture, Porta Bombardiera, which has 2 cannons, and Palazzo del Podesta, which shows Verona's symbol, a woman with a flag. It is worth a visit to see Verona's architecture.
Located in the city of Treviso, the Grotte del Cagliaron, also known as the Cagliaron Caves, is one of the most magical places in Italy due to the simulation of natural beauty. Now I say simulation because most of the caves are actually natural, however some may also be artificial. On another note, if you like getting out and in touch with nature, this is perfect for you. If you don't like going out, you will after witnessing and experiencing the Grotte del Cagliaron. Its beautiful waterfalls give off a really calming and tranquil vibe and a setting to savor. A little fun fact to think about while on the 30-minute walk through here is that there is a cave where they make cheese using raw cow's milk and it's basically cheese matured in the cave.
This next site is extremely photo-worthy. This is the island city of Burano, close to Venice. It is nicknamed Italy's most colorful island. The city is known for its lace making, but only a few people on the island still make it. There are also scenic bridges connecting the streets. The houses have been colored for a long time and are now repainted every 2 years to keep the paint looking fresh. It is a great place for fishing, but an awesome place for tourists to go and take photos with the colored houses.